Well, Alex, time running out and getting pretty close to a big chance for you to be #1 contender. What's your thoughts going into this one? How's the camp been?
Yeah, camp's been really good. Yeah, it is a massive opportunity for me. Fighting Aldo, you know what I mean. He's an absolute legend of the UFC. Definitely future Hall of Famer, and right now he's ranked #1 as well. So he's come back with a couple of big wins, and he wants that last title run. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to take that away from him. But again, it's a massive opportunity to fight a legend. This is going to be huge for my legacy and for what the future will hold after a big win like this. Obviously, it's a big task ahead, but I'm more than ready for it.
After the Mendes fight, that give you, like, he was a legend too, basically, and was that something that give you even more confidence because you are a confidence fighter?
Yeah, it definitely does. You know what I mean? Like, he's very explosive, very dangerous fighter. Chad Mendes was, and he's only lost to some of the best in the division. So, that was always going to be a hard fight. But again, I'm more than ready for this. You know what I mean? Like, it's good. You used to watch all these guys fighting. You're like, wow, how good's that? But right now, again, this is my time. So, I'm sure in 10 years' time, there's going to be people thinking the same thing about me. So, it's not a cocky thing. It's just, again, it's my time. You know what I mean? I'm in really good nick. And I'm just ready to put on a pace that he hasn't dealt with before.
Yeah, that was something you talked about before. You were really happy with your weight going into the last fight. Is it the same sort of situation this time round?
Yeah, the weight's always pretty much the same. I stay at a decent weight nowadays, and I'm always a little bit heavier going straight in. But I mean, once I start cutting the carb sodiums and I water load and all that, I just lose it. The weight comes off pretty easily. I hold a lot of water, so the water comes off easy.
And what can you see the difference being between the last fight and this one?
They're both very explosive. Obviously, Aldo's not going to be looking for a takedown. Maybe when I put that pressure on him, he might just be instinct to shoot, because I'm going to have him tied in there and I'm going to have him gasping for air and he's going to want to break. So maybe he could shoot. You never know. But again, I'm really good at getting back up. But at the same time, Chad Mendes obviously I put the pressure and he was looking for takedowns, but I highly doubt Aldo will do that. But they're both very explosive, you know what I mean? Obviously different shapes. Aldo will be a little bit taller, but he's going to throw more leg kicks, I'm sure he will. But a lot of people like saying, watch them leg kicks, but obviously it's easy to say that, but when I'm in front of you putting a pace, making you think of so many things, it's going to be hard to just pull the trigger like that.
Yeah, and what do you do now? How do you, when you're this close to the fight, you've got to have a bit of downtime and relaxation time. What do you do? What's your escape?
Well, just in between training, just try and rest and recover. You know what I mean? But obviously that's a big part of training. We train really hard. That's something that that's why I'm always fit going in there. I train really hard, but recovery and rest and eating right nutrition, all that plays a big factor. And it's very important. So that's that's just all the way through camp. You need to be doing that sort of stuff. So obviously you're going to try and have a do something. I like to cook my barbecues and stuff like that as well, but at the same time you need that rest.
Oh, well, you could have a lot more rest after the 11th.
That's it. Yeah, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a massive win, and then I'm definitely getting a title shot after that. 100%. I guarantee it.
Yeah, they can't turn you down after that, can they? Really?
Oh, not really. #1 contender. I guarantee you I'll be #1 after this, and I'm the only one who's undefeated going into the for a title shot. So I've got a real claim. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm going to be 7-0 in the UFC. Taking out #1 contenders and stuff like that. So it's a no-brainer.
It'll be 17 in a row, won't it?
That'll be, yeah, I think it is. Yeah, 17 in a row. Yeah.
And Mendes retired, didn't he? After that.
He did. He did, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but there's a good chance that Aldo will be retiring. And he's already looking at that finish line. He's already talking about, he wants a couple more fights. I go out and do what I'm planning on doing to him. He's going to be like, I don't need this anymore. His title run's ruined. So, maybe we'll have one last fight after that, we'll see, but expect me to retire 2 legends. You never know.
That's what we want to hear.
That's it.
That's what we want to hear, mate. Good on you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Who's the title holder in that?
That's Max Holloway.
Oh, right.
Max Holloway, yeah.
Who's injured at the moment, right? Is he?
Oh, it's not injured. He had a tough fight, so he had a big fight. So, but I mean, you know, they're looking at doing a fight in Australia with Izzy and that, like later in the year. So that'll give him enough time, and maybe we can co-main event that. You know, imagine that, 2 title fights. That'd be huge. That'd be huge for this side of the world. So, get me on that.
Do you look at his style and think you can see some holes there?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, again, the pace that I'm going to set isn't that usually plays a big factor, but that probably won't play a factor on him. But then he usually he relies on that. But then I'll be more explosive than him. I'm going to be a lot stronger than him. You know, then he's got my wrestling to worry about. So then I can use all these other tools, and he ain't going to tire me out. So then I just think I'm going to be that little bit too fast, too strong that whole way through that fight. So I think I'll give him a lot of troubles.
You've got the momentum. You're fighting.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
Mate, and you take out Aldo, your confidence is going to be high, and I'll be ready for anything. We're good?
Yeah, we're good, mate. Yeah, we're 100% convinced, man. Yeah. And I think you'll convince him early in the fight too.
Well, convince the world, you know what I mean? Like, obviously there's going to be a lot of people that, look what he's done. I understand that, but how many times do you see that? You know, it's my time. So, just like you said. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. All right.